Hey guys, it's Tartan coming at you with another game of Total Warhammer 3. We're here with Skrag the Laughter or the Slaughterer. I can never tell the difference. We're about to attack this settlement. We're doing this because we've got a contract. So we're going to sack it first, and then we're going to take it over and try to sell it to somebody. Our grand plan is to ingratiate ourselves with the good people up here, and then Reeve, because they're like reliable diplomatically, you know, more or less. But anyway, let's brawl. So our army is quite nice against this. Now their chaff is probably a little better than our chaff. Their chaff's a lot better than our chaff. However, Ogre Bulls are just going to churn through all these units, especially if we get a good charge on, and the Squig Herd won't match up too well against anything. So now our wizards aren't like truly online yet. Once that does happen, you know, our army, it's really gonna amp up considerably. You know, this is just base tech army, turn 10. Nothing from new buildings at all. But what we can do, so fortunately they are going to get here at a minute 55, so we're going to be able to just crunch on them first. He doesn't have Strider. We're just gonna punch up the side there. And, you know, just quick and dirty groups, basically. We've got 2 uses of the Gorger. We don't need to use either of them, really. We're absolutely just going to charge uphill, though, because, like, we don't have to... Oh, they were in the trees. That's clever. So we're going to be able to quite comfortably just crunch through the first couple of units here. That's going to be very nice. Now, can we catch them? I don't think we have Strider, right? So I think actually, you know, we'll eventually catch them. It feels wasteful to have them doing it, but hey, at least they're not shooting anyone. And we'll get him on... Wait, does he have a mount now? No, he's just very quick. Well, good for him. The Wolf Riders charge right in. And we're uphill charging into these, but it's all good. Hey, Luke. Join the overturned yet? Yeah, that is what we're doing right now. We're here in Dotterbach? One of the Empire things right over there by Sylvania. And these Gobos have taken over it, so we're going to take it, or rather sack it to, I think Karak Heron gave us the thing, but then we're to get the mission, and then we're going to take it and try to get in with Elspeth, and then keep fighting him and try to, yeah, as you said, ingratiate ourselves with the Fools of Order. And by that I mean make friends with my very good friends, the Dwarves or Empire, because Ogres plus Tanks does sound legitimately amazing. These Gorgers, man, no. You know, they're fighting Orc Boys. I don't know what I thought they were fighting. I guess I thought they were Goblins. You know, we definitely could have left them not unsupported in prolonged combat. I mean, they still do fine, right? But it's hardly what they want to be doing. Not surprising that they lost, like, half their bar to it. And we still have a big fight, right? Like, that was just the preliminaries. That was just the taste at the beginning. We need to... I need to act right. Alright, these Gobbo archers are... Here we are. We just need to shatter these archers. which has got to happen soon. Yeah, there we go. Pull these in. We still have both of our... and importantly, of course, like, shattering them, it's going to keep them from coming back. Sure, but also... Wait, can I just... Alright, so dismember... Bunch of units. Like, I don't even think they had any Borgos there. Well, then we'll do it on the archers, because they're the ones who could maybe do something. Army abilities. Hooray! Acting. Alright, we're gonna charge down the hill here. Oh my goodness. That's not what I meant to do. What did I click to make that happen twice? But, yeah. What greatness. Oh, so happy. This army is already so fun to use, right? And if I get, like, tanks, this is actually a really cool campaign already. I'm for it, you know. We did what we had to do. We won the first battle, and now... Alright, what we want to do now is pop a Gorger here. If for nothing else, then to, you know, delay and engage, and then, you know, we'll, he's back here, and we need to go ahead and fight now. We don't want to engage on this side if we can avoid it, and it looks like we probably can. We'll leave one unit of Noblars there to cover our retreat, and we'll get Skrag going this way. These gobos... Engage, engage. Get here. And that's the Gorger summon, so it's doing exactly what we want. Sabertusk's super far away. Can we see their character? I don't know where he is. The wall is active. That's, you know, that's okay. We're gonna dismember these guys again. And find somebody that says they're losing, and then hit them with Bull Gorger. That's always a fun thing to do, right? Just figure out who's losing by the little red X, and then attack. Alright. We are crunching down this way beautifully. We got another Gorger summon here. Their wall is active again. Pretty bad. Alright, these are all... chumps over here though, so we're just going to dive. We're gonna get just a massive power spike eventually, which is pretty exciting. I guess we're just gonna like where can we break someone here? At no point. Squig Herd against Ogre Bulls, definitely not their preferred thing. We're going to get the Sabertusk on the Squig Herd. That's an excellent engagement there. Bulls fighting in the trees. Look, fighting in the trees isn't great for us. We don't have, like, Strider on units. However, it does stop us from getting shot up in bad positioning. Hey, there's the Gobbo. You say there, Morgos Integral. I have to admit that Skrag's portrait, you know, when you go to the character screen, is far, like, the staples. It's always the staples on the shirt because they're so unnecessary, right? That's what I get hung up on. Not all the rest, somehow. We just routing the squigs, and then maybe, yeah, that actually should be fine, because with them gone, we really need to get more people up here. This guy is fine, you know, he's not though. These are goblins that are regular. The Wa, I was like, why is he getting beat up so bad? The Wa. We're all fine then, because that'll end, and then they're going to be really upset. And these Hero Noblar with like 61 kills. I mean, we gotta start paying them something, right? And we need to chase them down for meat-related reasons. Of course, beating up on entry Greenskin factions isn't, like, impossible. But, you know, if you don't do it, then they get a wall and then something more there. Yeah, so I don't know, stories always... They were put on as an exile execution. And then... But then he became the prophet of the Maw, so, like, he's, sort of like a... Like a Katep figure. Right? Only far more grotesque. $330 kills, 500 value. Well, you know, that's what you get when you beat up on gobos, but somebody's got to do it. Huzzah! And he gets Brawler Guts and Orc Splitter, and we get that bounty completed. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, we just go up this way, and then they get the hunger, basically, bonus versus infantry, and then we go up there, and then we get the scrap launchers better. I'm for it. That's what we're doing. It's probably not the right thing to do. The right thing to do is probably to lean on your camps more, but, you know, what are you gonna do, right?
Ogre Hunter.
Here... You know, all of those are fine. Cannot wait till we get that Stonehorn. That, like, he's really gonna go up such a notch, right? He doesn't get native regen, I don't think. But apparently he has like an entire nice tree that improves all of the fancy things, so that's very cool. Stock for Sabertuck's Pask. You know, all that's very excellent, can't wait. And he got expert charge defense. Nice. Alright, well. All of that's to say, alright, missile strength or HP. There's lots of ways to heal. That's already pretty armored. You know, I guess... Guess we'll take HP first. Because we're gonna... Once he gets that mount, we're gonna be able to use him to bully considerably. Because we're just gonna be able to, like... overcast the troll guts and just like walk in, you know, lose 6,000 hit points and then heal it all up. Okay, so we go down here and become the master of meat, and that's clearly where we go because that'll get 150% more meat for everyone around. Now, the recruitment cost being lower seems fine, right? But the horde building cost being lower would save us meat. And this saves us money. Alright, alright. Now we still have to hang out. Or right, no, we can. We did the thing. We can go ahead and take it over now. We don't have to not get it. And it's he wanted us to kick out the greenskins from Karakazor, but you know, Karakaren doesn't understand that wasn't, you know, that was given to us a long time ago. That was where we originally were gonna go. But I guess we should decline that one. And while we could go down and take Velaya's Sorrow, I don't love that Gorbad's in Maland right now. I don't know what his intentions are exactly. If he fights this camp, he would just, like, win it, probably. Not very good, but maybe we could do it, right? Not if he did it this turn, though. After that, then we would have, you know, like 8 or 9 units of ogres, and I bet we could just brute force it. Anyway, maybe we won't have to. Yeah, so we achieved the thing. Can we follow up and then still take Steingart? Because if not, then that would have been a waste. And I just trespassed on her land. But maybe that didn't count. Anyway, that's pretty annoying. Don't know why I didn't figure that they would run away. That's a smaller force. That's it's silly. Anyway, we just we lose the replenishment. It's okay. They'll get a little bit. I'm not like worried about the crackback. It's just that's pretty inconvenient considering we get nowhere from it. Feastmaster for his tribes, cook the giants for a nobler. Bites his hands off, staple thing, kicks him out of the trap. Wow, yeah, you know, what a way to begin your technique in life. It's no wonder that he had to learn how to laugh. Alright, so we get a bounty to... The mutinous gets want us to pop Scarstick. And he wants us to eliminate Muzrub, who is already on my fiery list of things to do this week. What we're gonna do is take Steingart.
The Empire is torn asunder, and you distract me with this pettiness.
And I think we just like immediately go like military alliance, Elspeth, let's go. I think so. Like, why not, right? Yeah. Yeah, why not? She could be our best friend forever.
Diplomacy has succeeded.
Hooray! Now we've got a friend. And importantly, we know that it's highly likely that we're gonna be able to get some totally sick artillery. Glorious. Getting towards lightning strike, which is pretty good because we got to figure that we're going to be fighting either Gorbad soon, or maybe vampires, you know, maybe even Skaven if we turn in that direction. All of which are situations where you are gonna like have armies or whatever, but you're gonna want to be able to chip off armies depending on like what else is around and how confident you feel and that kind of thing. All right, the Bruiser. Some more armor is fine, but the leadership is irrelevant. He's super quick due to his trait of being a super smelly guy. Can we get it even faster here? No, there's no other else to find speed, so it's good that he's got it. Do they have native regen? They do not. That is okay, though. We can... Here, there's plenty of ways to heal people. And this is a guy that wants to, like, stay back and, like, brawl. This is, like, a character killer, right? This Bruiser. Brawler Guts Gar Stunty Spitter. What a name. It's going to get even namier later, I can tell. We'll just take the attack. Attack is always appropriate. I don't know why I was worried about choosing the right thing there.
Always hungry.
And we're just going to give a bunch of meat to the place because that is what we have to do. You know, we got to get the camp better. We might need to get another camp for all I know.
Get out me head. Gonna be overtime one day.
Alright, and now... Yeah, we go to tier 3 because that's when we can get lead belchers and like this whole party gets to get started. We're gonna hold on to the meat so that we can do something with it later and just hope that Gorbad... No, I think Gorbad is like trying to mess with Baragvar, right? Yeah, he's just going around a really clumsy way and it looks like he engaged him and lost. I was like, it's too bad we can't bushwhack him here with this army. This would be a great time to start a war with him. But, alright, so what else is going on? Aranessa. So he pieced out with the Border Princes, figuring that I could salvage my relationship with Order by just, you know, by chilling a little bit. I was like, man, there's plenty of opportunities to get things here. I guess we'll go to tier 3 here, because that one's already tier 2. And that gets us a +1 Butcher and 5% unit mass to all armies. These seem to be very desirable, these pastures, right? Stonehorns, mountain goats, and even saber-tooths are all valuable commodities. Yeah, yeah. Border Princess. Yeah, after Skrag entered the picture, you know, they never made it again. There was such an interesting border, yeah, in one, right? Because like I was always playing dwarves, and I would just desperately want them to work out because you couldn't take the land, and you didn't want the vampires to be able to like slide on down. I'm like, no, please live. It was such a scary time then. Anyway, let's move forward. Let's move forward with the turn. We don't need to keep eating this meat right now, because we don't need that. We're going to cancel it just, you know. Well, I mean... having one more summon seems fine. It's not important though. We'll just chill. We need to get Muzzrub, which we're going to be trying to get anyway. Grotslick is going to move or not. He's going to have to pick. And then we're going to realize that that underway stance would have been totally good. And I don't know why I got rid of it. You know, we'll get it the turn after this. Because really, just like palling around with Elspeth, that's great. And maybe eventually we'll get to be in a battle with her and she'll like fly in on her beautiful dragon and, I don't know, probably cast Purple Sun on me. A non-aggression pact? Pathetic. Gorbat, I'm surprised at you. Nah, I mean, everybody tries to pal with the ogres. Ogres are very affable, right? Often I see people like surprised at how many factions are willing to like ogres. I'm like, look, like Cathay likes ogres. Look, it just depends on how the ogres are acting and who the specific ogre is. It's not like, you know. All right, so we want to. Oh, wow. Okay, so the Wa's going there, and they're under siege. And these guys are also worth Barrack-Var. And Clan Verms. Oh, my goodness. Barrack-Var, you poor souls. I don't think they're going to make it. I wonder if Skrag's still alive. It's a hard, hard world out here. Yeah, I think it's just that due to Skrag's positioning and due to the fact that people don't love the Border Princes, even if they don't like... They're like, look, Angren's not happy when you fight him, but if you're strong and you don't like, he'll get over it pretty quick, right? Ah, look at my girl. Riding around on a horse. But not for long. This army, so classy. Because if we just underway here, alright, do we need to save money? No, we need to recruit more guys here. But do we? No, because we're going to get Leadbelcher soon, and it doesn't look like he's going to attack us. But when's the last time anybody was happy when they said that? So, like, I'm supposed to be encamped, right? Yeah, because you raid if you're not in your land, and you encamp if you are. Got it. Indeed, very, very stylistically similar. You know, you got your armor-piercing attacks. Because I was you know, this -6 to the Maw cast, you know. Because here you already get it down to 16, and then that takes it to 10. And then when you get this all the way up, that's -25%. And he's got like another trade in here somewhere for 10%, doesn't he? No, that's cooldown. But there's definitely like tech in here as well. Here, like another like just like tiny cooldowns, and I feel like we're gonna be able to just get really, really silly results. If we live long enough. Now we already have Skrag's. Okay, so the upgraded one is just a longer version of it. So there's still definitely a place for Doom and Darkness being like an AoE bomb. Do we want like magic attack access? Do we have much? We don't have any. Yeah, you know, that actually is totally worth grabbing then. You know, if there's like some banshees or something that we fight, we might be fighting vampires soon. We can just take a point there, and then that'll shore that up. There's plenty of highly physical resistance stuff. It'll be nice to have play. Throw that on the Gorgers, all of a sudden, no more problems. We've just absolutely got to get this gluttony thing online. It seems real good. And we need more hunters. You know, I'm very pumped. The ogre hero seems to be, like, very fruitful. A lot of possibilities. Alright, still making money, which is good. I guess can we defend this? We can definitely defend this one. I feel like we wait to build these other ones just for a little bit to see what's going on with Gorbad. We don't want to spend, you know, $3,000 on that. We got plenty of growth, so holding on to a little bit will be fine. No, because the Astromancers were wonderful and won us many a battle, right? When we got like our 4 Astromancers set up and we were doing the double wind blast, because those birds were real, right? They got the great moonbirds when they leveled up, and we got like all the stacked bonuses to be able to recruit them. But the other heroes were look, Gate Masters aren't good, right? We know they're not. But those moonbirds, they were the real. All right, we're not going to sign this non-aggression pact just because it would, you know, get us lower. Look, we don't want to be friends with Gorbad, but we don't want to say that to him. And Barakvar is clearly about to fall. We can't help them. And they really want me to take Valia's Sorrow. So, like, Crooked Moon wants us to go sack it, and then he wants us to occupy it, which we could absolutely do one and then the other, which he might find obnoxious. But really, we just need to find another battle to do. Wait, what was that item? Greedy Fist. Because we're going to get this with just a couple more researches. Oh. Trying to read this and figure out how it works. So it increases cooldowns around the enemies 35 meters for 15 seconds, and then it cools down for 60 seconds, but it's passive. So it just like cycles? Maybe. Anyway, it also has a 10% ward save plus weapon strength, so it's totally legit. And this is a very nice weapon. Augment for 50% AP and regular weapon damage for almost half a minute, minute and a half cooldown. And it's not like a single or a double use, it's as many uses as you can do. Of course, most battles don't last too long, but it's still a nice thing.
I will.
And here, so they've taken Karakiran. We're going to be able to, we're taking this place first. Not enough meat to make it worth it. We'll take this, and then we can move here to Karakiran. We're just going to sell a bunch to Elspeth. We're going to just totally bro out with Elspeth. Unless we can find, like, you know, some dwarves to sell it to. Will Angren and Elspeth eventually want to fight, though? I'm not sure. If we can get them, like, in an alliance and fight common enemies, then maybe, you know, maybe we can have gyrocopters, you know, gyrobombers, Hellblaster volley guns, steam tanks, and ogre stuff. Alright, couple of turns there. And Barakvar is still holding on because they are electing to siege it. Which, you know, good for them. He said he doesn't pick fights with the Empire. You know, it's funny how that works, right? If you're not playing them, then you don't have to worry about them. Which is like me, like, just trying to play Dryka into Azog the Slaughterer would just absolutely make me miserable. Alright. I was like, a trade agreement? No, not with Skaven, though. We're trying to bro out with other people. We're very reliable right now, Skaven. I don't really think that's going to do wonders for our reputation. Unfortunately, Muzrob is coming here. But fortunately, we have our movement stance. Haha! You know, wonderful. Wonderful. We still have some meat, a little bit. We desperately need another fight.
It helps hunger. Oh my.
And in just a couple of turns, it's going to be Leadbelcher time, and I'm actually super excited for these ogre armies. I'm already daydreaming pretty hard. Like, access to excellent lores of magic. Their casters remind me of River Troll hags in that I like them a lot. Of course I will have a trade agreement with you. My girl, my girl. Wait, why is Dirthu there? Oh no. Are we gonna have to choke a tree? Is Skrag the Slaughterer gonna have to choke a tree? Come here, Dirthu. Payton and Ketchup. Or say... Okay, the butchers came up with ketchup. So we're going to tell everybody that... I mean, recruitment costs going down is abstractly okay. But do we really want to generate less meat? You know... There's no much for you, what else? I bet his campaign is fun. I haven't played one in ages. I've played him before. He, not like in 3. We will pay him in ketchup. And now we're supposed to recruit an additional bro, which we're gonna do soon. Hey, cause this army's like almost out of meat. But all we gotta do is get this. It's probably why yeah, you know, it's people can't stand to see their own actions illuminated. And nowhere is this more clear than with Dirthu. So this guy is being incredibly annoying here. And they actually like us now, so we're gonna pay him 150 to get a trade agreement. Well, they're actually on their way out from Aranessa, though, who we're going to need to fight soon. Maybe it's not worth getting the trade then.
The Celestial College implores that I hear you. I remain unconvinced.
Come on, Carl.
Agreed.
Let's just say we won't fight, buddy. I'm sure in time you'll think of me as a great friend, Carl. Or Mr. Franz, if you prefer.
Celestial ancestors.
Heyo! We have now somehow met Cathay, and that means it is time to begin trading with Zhao Ming.
Windshaper. Cathay wishes no ill upon those who receive.
And her too, yeah, sure. You know, is she gonna live? She's at war with the spirit of the jungle, but hey, you know.
Cathay has always.
Who calls?
Consider you an ally in these dark times. You know, Friends is as you point out, very much an emotional whipsaw. You know, you never know how he's gonna feel in any moment, and you get the sense that he's not sure either. Alright, so can this army take out this place? That's 4 Ogre Bulls, and all they have is that, you know, the war boss might be tricky. We'll probably be fine. We're just going to bounce over here and make this happen because, yeah. These feral orcs, savage orcs, they'll be, you know, that wouldn't be a blast to fight. We could do it. We might indeed be doing it. But here we go, we'll get cheaper buildings. But when we get the lead belchers online, you know, it's over for these fools. We're just going to keep on stacking money a little bit because we're going to need to be spending a lot of it. We're going to, you know, tech switch the main army and be dropping a little bit of this chaff and getting absolutely awesome ranged units. The Skull Takers have attacked London, and Skrag is here. And of course we go in against them. Are they going to attack us? We're about to brawl. Durthu, I consider you an ally in these dark times. Let's go. And this is like why I love Warhammer, right? This is why I love playing this game. This is one of the whys. It's just so much fun. All you have to do is take a beautiful walk out your front door, and you never know what huge dwarfy tree is gonna pop up and say, "Let's go!" Lead belchers, Hawkman long rifles, and thunders in 3 lines. That does sound awesome. Alright, so what we have here is a failure to communicate. These orcs have made enemies of Durthu. This is crazy behavior. One ought never do this. Can't believe I have to explain it to him. This single war boss is here, and then we've got this whole savage orc thing. This is actually super good for us. Saves us a lot of time. Of course, this is a very Glade Guard heavy army. This is as bad as Durthu's army will ever be, and it still has Durthu in it. And Luke, I know you know what Durthu is like, but if anybody out there somehow doesn't, let me tell you, he's an absolute menace. He's only a level 11 at almost 12,000 hit points already, 110 armor, magic attacks 85. He's got frenzy, 700 AP damage. He's got, you know, await reinforcements for sure. And then later, you know, you get Swords of Daith. Does he already have it? Yeah, he's got Sword of Daith. This is like this huge AoE damage thing. He's just wonderful. Negates magic weapons around him for enemies. It's all very good. And he's our friend. I was like, why am I talking about him like I need to worry about him? He's our pal. He's our special guy. Who's a good Durthu? But I was thinking that Hawkland long rifles could be cool, and then I was like, well, you know, lead belchers, yes, and then we can just get, you know, the big artillery. So I was thinking, I'm like, when do we want, like, that kind of sniping? Wouldn't the lead belchers just kind of do it? And then, like, you know, being able to get tech. But it would be very stylish. I want tanks, though, you know. Even though, from what I understand on how Stonehorns are going to work, like, you already have tanks. Yeah, I mean, like, elves are barely made of meat, and Durthu is 100% not made of meat. And although ketchup is okay, like, we're gonna draw the line at, like, vegetarian meals. Like, ketchup is a delicious sauce that can go on types of meat. You know, some overly charred meats. But we need to... we want to brawl over here, right? We just want to... shoot at him. We don't need to, like, escort Durthu or anything. He's fine. But we just want to help out these treekin because they have magic attacks. We want to find where the dryads are and try to support them as we can, but we ended up getting here a little bit late because they do fine, but we don't want them to take too much damage, right? That's our concern. We want to make sure... and then we'll give these guys magic attacks because we're fighting savage orcs. Oh my goodness, look at me. I planned ahead and it even worked. Of course, these are regular savage orcs. They don't have, like, the spears. And so it's quite casually easy for us. And then, of course, they, like a bunch of noobs, leave their, you know, their archers in the back. What are they, like, coming in as reinforcements? But, of course, good luck explaining to an orc that it would be smarter to wait to fight. Daka daka daka. They don't say that here, but if they knew they could, they absolutely would. And of course, we absolutely obliterate them. Look, Durthu's army is scary. We could probably beat it, maybe. We have tools to do it with Durthu slowly, although the thing about him is if you ignore him for, like, I don't know, a short amount of time, he can just do, oh, a couple thousand damage. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but you only have a few thousand damage after they do that, and then you don't have any more. It's all you got. And this guy continues to, like, throw his sweet javelins. He's just a big ol' guy trying to be on the hunt. Ogres are so menacing when they run, though. Like, the juxtaposition of them and Noblars is incredibly fun. I love the aesthetics of the ogre faction. Not the way they look specifically, right, but the way that they look on the battlefield. And, like, the split between the sizes of, like, the smaller stuff and then, like, all the different ways that they, like, exhibit the monstrous units. Very cool stuff. You finished the Liu Chong campaign for the other day? Awesome. I assume it ended in a glorious victory for the forces of righteousness. How long did our boy, the Prince of Chen, make it? Or the whole way, perhaps? 72 meat! Marvelous! And then Durthu, like, bounces away like a magnificent, beautiful vegetarian meal in the night. He's fighting Talabaka land. Marius! Got you in shadow to abdicate. Nice. And confederated the boogeyman himself. Marvelous. Alright, time to see if we can win this. Alright, big open battlefield. We got 4 squigs to deal with. That orc war boss is going to be a massive pain, is the thing. I'm going to say we can't do it, but we're certainly going to try. Even if I had the army ability, I think we'd be in rough shape. Alright, they only have the 1 archer, which is somewhat promising. Yeah, it's just so much, right? And it's not like Ogre Bulls have infinite leadership. How do we try to crack the middle? No, because then the war boss gets on us. Yeah, you know, I think... Yeah. So we can try to crack the middle. They got spears there, and then on the far side here... Get on the spears there. Because the squig herd is so dangerous, and we don't have any good ways to deal with them besides the bulls, who are unfortunately engaged in a battle to the death here and here. These Noblars are about to break. Yeah, because the squigs don't want to move, and then now if we run here, maybe... we can get on to them as they flee. No, no, no. Yeah, I don't know. It's certainly not winnable for my skill level. Alright, we managed to split off the war boss, but now he's just going to go in here and crumble here, and then this whole flank is going to go in. Yeah, it's, you know, what are you going to do, right? And then they wog, and yeah, you know, what are you going to do? Made it to a 7 just before the victory. Nice, nice. No more wars left. You know, that does happen sort of suddenly in Three Kingdoms, doesn't it? You know, not a lot we could have done there, maybe. Very nice. Because she gave up your reduction frame units. Well, you know, you gotta have some crossbows, right? Alright. We become a legend.
Mighty Skrag. The gorgers have picked up a scent. There is fresh meat to be had. Follow their trail and fill your cauldron. for the more hungers.
Oh, okay. So you just run around with the Gorgers and then they heal. They just get regen from there in Anora. Oh, on the whole map. Oh. Well, that's good. Alright, wait, that said Brag the Gutsman. How do we do it? We have to try to wound or kill any character with the hero. Alright, well, let's find someone then. Alright, so that was here, Dvorak, and they're still, you know, we beat them up a little bit, but not too much. So what we do now is take this, be shocked at the auto-resolve. We've earned 5 big names. Hooray! Alright, we take the lightning strike. We can get renowned and fear in a couple levels, or do we want to take, like, the meat and the casualty of the regen yet? I feel like with the hero there, I feel like his regen's gonna be fine without getting more of it, but so too is money, not too much of a worry. I mean, it will be eventually. Yeah, we'll just take the regen. That'll let us be more careless, and that is always desirable. Foe Seeker, yes. Gives terror, yes. And these are Noblar trappers that have poison attacks, which of course makes them considerably more desirable than otherwise. And the piggyback knights are wonderful, right? Like they get it done. They've got the joust. It makes people uncomfortable, and they can't get away. Alright, so I was gonna like try to give this away, but now I'm saying, I'm like, well, if we can get an Iron Blaster, which I'm just now remembering is a thing, I'm like, yeah, maybe we keep Karakirin, right? How do we hold on to it? Well, we'll see. We don't need this area, but I don't think we can give it to her without giving her Karakirin first. And again, the iron's pretty good. I don't want to give it away. So the Paymaster, that's... No, the Camp Tyrant. How do you get another... How do you get another camp?
Anyone want to challenge me? Obey me or your dinner.
How do you get another camp? Alright, I guess we just need to get another lord because we just do. And then... Alright, do we get this paymaster thing to figure out what they do? Gold, glorious gold. Like a support thing, or do we go with tyrant because we know tyrants are good? This guy will level up 75% faster. You know, let's get him. And that way, if he wants to come here and fight at this place, we'll at least have him there to help out. And we'll get this smelly fellow here ahead in the army, because, you know, why not? Only a matter of time until Gorbad gets all... Oh, how clever! So he confederates Barak Var while they're under assault.
Any more squeaking before I wring your neck?
Yes.
That's a classic dwarf move, right? Chong got married to Hong Kong's stars. Got the scheming. And she was pulling the strings. Very nice. Made her the minister of ceremonies. They're like support lords. You know, I guess there's a place for a support lord out there, but me, I like one who can bash. I don't have so many... Okay, so they're home regionless, which means he's probably going to move in this direction here, which is pretty annoying. I mean, we could just give it to Averland, but, like, making friends with Averland... Dude, Marius is a jerk, right? All my homies know that about Marius. They've basically forgotten all that we've done to them. Yeah, we need... So we can move over here and start recruiting lead belchers in 3 turns. Man, that takes so long. It'll be alright. When we tech up, it's going to be glorious. Yeah, Marius is super messed up. Every story that involves the halflings in Warhammer is just people being the worst, which, you know, is just their take on, you know, the halflings being the charmed guys. Alrighty, time to brawl. Elspeth has dragged us into a war that we didn't want with Sylvania, but hey, we know how to ride or die. Or in Sylvania's case, how to die or die. Unfortunately, the what? The Skaven rebels. Oh, and that's right. You know, I remember seeing that we were getting a rebellion. Anyway, I guess, you know, incredibly annoyingly, they're just going to keep on doing that. So what we do, right, is sell it.
I am revenge incarnate.
No, we can't. I'm like, we'll just sell it. I'm remembering now that this is correct because I've tried to do this move before and it doesn't work. Could tell Tyrannessa. Yeah, I mean, we could.
I don't like what I hear. You'll be on your way to Stromfair's lair.
I am ready to parley. I hope your words are wise.
Yeah, you know, worth... Trade agreement not worth it. Because Araness is going to be mad at us anyway, right? Unless we sell it to her. But she's already going to be mad at all of our friendships up at the top anyway. So we might as well sell it to him. This will also impress Clan Angrind, right? Yeah.
Fine.
And it's better to get 4 grand out of it than to get nothing, because we don't have anything to deal with that.
Ready for bossing!
What a pleasure, Ogre Firebelly.
Okay, so they're firecasters with normal Lure of Fire stuff. And can get burnt contact effect. Or sundering. Or be very fast in Vanguard. That's pretty fast when you already have the other fast thing. Melee reflect, 1 use explosion. Use explosion. Yeah, I mean, cool little thing. I love, you know, I love an armor piercing caster, right? That's good stuff. It's like Delay if he if he never left the forest and he suddenly got a lot to eat. This gives us +1 hunter, which is desirable enough. It also gives us access to Yetis, which are, you know, AP, magical, frosty Yeti guys. What's not to like?
Voice of the volcano. We shall shower in treasures.
Now, they're definitely going to take that one. If we just move like so, can they still get into Matorka? Yeah, they definitely can. But Karakern is fine now. They're not going to move over there. So if we do this, they take Matorka, then we just take it right back, and then we can bounce up and take Migdal back, unless Elspeth deals with it. Or we could sell it to Grinzot, and then he would have to adjust, because we can't hold this against that. No, yeah. So we might as well just sell it to them.
Will come in peace.
Do we need any other agreements with them? I mean, not really.
Indeed.
Because now, you know, if they want to turn around, fine. If they want to come across the mountain, then we've got this here. And to get to Karakern, they'd have to move a couple more times. Yeah, good. You bet it doesn't do crazy stick damage. You know, it doesn't. At least it doesn't say it does. But perhaps it can do something good anyway. And just like that, Skrag's back at home, ready to have a party and recruit some wonderful Iron Guts soon. Yeah, I think we just... If we can defend Eckendorf, we do this, but can we... Well, now that we're here, like, what are we doing next? Are we trying to, like, move in here, save Barak Var somehow, and, you know, destroy the Orc Menace? If so, I can't do it with these armies. We're gonna need lead belchers. We do have money, some money. Anyway, let's just end the turn. Like, well, we're not gonna make it to Valia's Sorrow in that amount of time. We hopefully will get rid of Musrub. I'm super pumped about this campaign, though. I actually think this... I know I say this all the time, too, but I'm like, I feel like this could just be, like, a kind of evergreen campaign. You know, you're at what I consider to be the coolest place in the Warhammer world to start. Like, I really like Warhammer 1 land. And, like, this, because of, you know, the unique faction mechanics and starting out as, like, a pretty true neutral, like, you could just make friends with Gorbat if you want, right? And you'll be friends. You can make friends with the vampires, and you'll be friends. Alright, so they want me to take Dvorak and get the other Trickster Sharp for it. You know, this actually... But we have a pact with them. We can't be doing that. Yeah, we have a pact with them. We can't be doing that. Skrag is a reliable guy. Although that is a great reward. But we're gonna get Musrub right now because he's locked in here. He can't get out. Which, you know, 3 turns in, bam, and that'll get Angrand up into the positives. And once we can start, you know, shaking hands with them, that should help.
Land can wait. Our meeting cannot.
Aw, Elspeth, I loves you too. She's like, the place where I live is less important than you, Skrag. You're a real gentleman, and I appreciate you. And I'm like, I know, and you're so good too. You're my best Dark Lady, and we are going to do such wonderful things together. These were her words. Because really, I guess, you know, these buildings generate a bunch of meat, so it's like... Having an army that defends is actually, like, kind of okay, because at least it's generating meat every turn. Even if it's not doing anything. It's like, bam, you know, still doing something. And we're going to... No, I think we just save the meat to get tier up further, because, yeah... And of course, he might be taking Eckendorf soon. But we'll just roll over there and take it back. Exactly, because he's such a good guy. If only himself were... Yeah, he is so very... You don't have to look at him, right? But I agree that it's hard not to sometimes. Alright, so do we want ITP... and Colossal? It's usually pretty hard to say no to Colossal, right? That's a good ability. More HP and mass. We're gonna have plenty of mass and plenty of HP access. So although that's more of like too much of a good thing, we're already going to be fine on mass. Stock could make him, you know, it removes all of the, and more speed, which on the Stonehorn being really quick, you know, maybe the Stonehorn being fast and stock would be a bit more advantageous than that. You hate to lose Colossal Strike, but this makes him... Yeah, maybe this is the one we take. Yeah, because this makes him a menace, right? Now we'll be able to run around at, you know, eventually... Quite a quick clip. He gets a Sabertusk summon? How did I not read this? So apparently these hunters are the coolest unit. That they've got their javelins, which are AP anti-large, their regular attacks on the Stonehorn, which are AP anti-infantry. Heavily armored, like, wow, just good stuff. Alright, so I guess we're taking the stock one. That is silly, and I love it. What's salt do? Huh. Huh. Okay. Yeah, let's, upkeep for all armies and no meat upkeep for the armies that are in adjacent regions. That's pretty nice. Can't believe I was building up the other places. No, they're very good too. So do we go for Iron Blaster, or do we go this tree, or do we go for tier 4 first? Well... We're going to be getting the easy stuff there, so going for tier 4 is, I think, the thing to do here. Disoriented for lead belchers? That is interesting. Oh, I didn't even... I thought the tree ended, like, right here. Yeah, we're just going all this way. It's all the beasts. All beasts, everything. Do I even need to see what it says in the tree? I don't. We're doing it. Is this smart? Don't know, don't care, not important. Yeah. Yeah, Luke, stock on a Stonehorn. Stock on a Stonehorn with a character on top with javelins. Who already has the old farter trait for 20% speed, and this gives you 10% more. And then we're going to be able to take another 15 there. He's going to be so quick and invisible. It's going to be very, very nice indeed. And he already has Vanguard. Yeah, you know, they're squishy until they get that Stonehorn. So it's just a matter of getting them there. Sort of like, whatever, is it a Skink Priest for the Lizardmen, where you start out and then you get like the Pterodon and then you get like a Stegi or something, right? Where it's just like a sort of cartoonish jump in power. Commandment? Oh yes, of course. So Gorbad has like some big siege brain AI right here. But if he wants to spend his WA doing that, alright. They're sieging Eckendorf. That's good. Oh, and we get... Oh, how nice. How nice of Clan Engrund to tell us to go and fight the dude that we absolutely weren't going to fight anyway.
Into my meat cauldron.
Hey, Neo.
Always hungry.
Terror for Gorgers, that's going to help so much when we throw them in on the flanks. But here we just get renowned and feared, because obviously when you go this far down blue line, you have to take it. And now finally we can start making him stronger now that we hit level 12. Hunter gets his stone horn at level 15, a huge power spike to come. When we get that, we'll probably, and then of course we'll be able to 2-turn recruitment for Iron Guts and Lead Belchers. So after we do this fight, then we'll spend a couple doing that. Do we... If we spend the meat here, then we get local recruitment. It's actually worth doing, right? Because we're going to want that. Yes, we are still slaughtering it. That's, yeah, old Azak. Man, was that Drika? Where I was, like, quite nervous about him being there, and then he just hung out for an exceptionally long period of time. Alright, I think we just, like, leave this guy hanging out here, because I think that's what we're doing. And then this army can... This army can recruit... The camp can recruit. Can we trade in and out of the camp? I hope so. So we'll recruit the Lead Belchers at the camp and then try to get them into the army. And then I still need to find somebody with a hero to attack so that I can get Bragg the Gutsman, who is a very fancy boy. If we can get here, then we get Iron Blasters, which are very classy. Are they good? Not always. Are they hard to defend? Not particularly. You know, not as a human against a computer. But like, man, you know, when Skrag's around, everything gets so much growth. Anyway, we'll deal with it. I guess we take the growth here because honestly, you know, like, when we eventually can get up there, then, you know, the third level there, armor for every army is such a good thing. It doesn't take very long at all for that to add up into an amount that you care quite a lot about. My tiny horse, he got a little pony. Alright, and now Grotzlug is here, so we're going to be able to just bounce him here. Clan Angren is going to love us. And we will take money here. And that's Black Venom, you know, it took a long time to get rid of them, but they're gone. And from here, I guess we go and fight Sylvania. The tree hammers are quite active AI, it appears. Alright, yeah, so Vlad is doing totally respectably. We need to go help. Alternately, they're okay, but I feel like if we help, then...
Wielder of the pale scythe.
then maybe there'll be something good in a building. Like, that's a camp limit +1. If I could figure out how to build a camp, I bet that'd be pretty good. We can get another hunter there.
Tyrant of the tribe. I'm the boss. Got it?
And if we brawl with Sylvania right now, can we actually win? Alright. Do we just beat up on Snorko because he's here?
Now they'll see.
But I'm like, do we even win against him? What do we have that kills a spider? Like, what do we have that kills a spider? Ward save for the Lord. Seems better than speed, although that is a lot of speed. You can't just say no to a 5% ward save for the Lord that you're with, though.
Is what I want.
Belongs to the boss.
Missile resist 2% all armies. These trade good universal, like, benefits. I can't stand how appealing they are. Like, that's good stuff. I love landmarks that pay off. Alright, so... I guess we're gonna go mess with the vampires in a turn.
In charge. It cools.
Oh no, first we need to figure out if you can even interact with the camp, and you can't. Okay, so.
The butchery is complete. Biggest gut in the land. I could bother rights. The great Moor Beggars.
So we can go like here.
Your ravenous children await. Great Moor. Do they hunger enough?
And then in a couple of turns we'll be able to move forward there.
Tyrant.
Feels super slow. This dude generated a ton of meat. I think he got the meat for the quest rewards. Marius offers me military access. That's good, because I do want to move across his land. Have I done the quest battle yet? No, not yet. I don't feel I don't feel that my army is strong enough. And even after I get these lead, I wanted to get my hunter. Because I went straight blue line, right? If I like had troll guts and the maw now instead of lightning strike, then maybe. But you know, when you go blue line, you really do remove a lot of power. Gambler's armor, yeah.
The Wanderer.
The boss. In charge.
Cause even this guy seems like a kind of crazy fighter already. It's a lot of armor. But of course, you know, we still need the attack to back it up. She only has one level of attacks, so I mean, still in the mid-70s once he gets all the way up.
Have I served you well?
Yeah, you know, most quest battles are a bit tricky. Lots of times, though, it's like...
Them fall.
Alright, do we spend, like, a couple more turns doing this? Maybe. Alright, so we drop the regular bowl, because who cares, and get an iron guts. And then we drop this Noblar Trapper, because I literally don't care. And I've never used its thing. Yeah, you know, maybe I should, but I don't care. If I got 5 lead belchers, then we could get the big name.
They will provide me a more.
5 feels like a lot, but it also feels like 5 would be awesome and I can totally defend them. And the thing is the stuff that they jump you with normally, like, bats don't do great against them. Certainly not if you have, like, a follow-up. Yeah, we just get 5 lead belchers so we can get the trait, and then we'll see in a couple of turns how it feels to have that many. And if it feels, you know, excessive and bad, then we won't use it. And if it feels awesome, then we'll continue to engage with it. I don't know if I like spending this money on Matorka. Given that we have a problem here that we are not close to solving. I think that I don't like spending the money here. Because having this one, you know, even with a little, like, I wish this camp was in a place where he was useful, right?
Who can I boss around next? The Gore Harvester. Tyrant of the tribe. My gut.
And he can transfer some meat.
Won't stop till everything's mine.
And they'll both transfer a bunch of meat there, and then we can go to tier 4 here. And generate a ton of money and more meat. Taking us down to not a lot of meat. Feels okay though. Because you actually generate quite a lot of money from that building in the camp. I really need to learn how to make another camp. Clovis Le Cornet. And go to the Brass Keep. Like, what are these quests? That's so far away. Give me something I want to do, right? The Age of Rage. Like this. This thing that I am definitely going towards. As soon as I get my lead belchers.
The common star. All mine. I'll eat any challenger. No one else touch it. The boss. Ogre, butcher, I'll keep him fed.
And this trait is super good with him, but yeah, we're just loading up on the heroes here, so that when eventually he wants to move out, you know, we've already got him there, thinking about what they'll do. Also, because some of them have traits that are desirable, you know, like whichever one, you know, builds growth. But here you basically always take Feastmaster because 5 replen plus personal replenishment is the best. The other thing about having replenishment on a caster is it's very nice. You can overcast everything and not worry about the HP loss. You only care about like the wins cost, basically. Durthu, I'm surprised at you. But I remember our kind past, and I'm willing to give you some money. After all, did we not feast upon the orcs?
Of the great Moor.
The ultimate predator.
Alright, we've got our lead belchers now, and it's time to... Oh! Marius straight lost his lands.
It's gonna be mine, sooner or later. Its whispers never end. Will consume all.
Yeah, but I think we just say that no matter what, he won't be able to punish this move, and it's true. Take that, Vlad. Oh, and more pastures, of course, we know those are the best. And these little,
What can the Dowie do for you on this fine day?
Oh, on this fine day, all we need is a non-aggression pact, military access, and a trade agreement. And we'll take 130 bucks. Thanks, Barnden. You're a stone-hearted fellow, and I think you can remember that Skrag has ever been a friend to the dwarves. Are we currently living at Karakern? That's none of your business, and I'll thank you to stay out of our personal affairs. We don't need to build this because in just a couple of turns we get 2 points, which is all we need to get here to be able to get, iron blasters. And indeed, 5 armor for everybody.
Biggest gun in the land.
And if we can just get to tier 5 and get the big reduction, then all of a sudden we can have, a good defensive force. Because I assume Vlad is over by the Empire. He is. That means...
Assist me. And
What?
I will
What?
share
Really?
freshly chopped meats with you.
It's so weird to look down here and I'm like, who's in Ekrund? Oh, an ogre faction? A minor ogre faction? I mean, okay. Sure.
I'm boss, and that's that.
You're joking. And now, alright, so these are actually all amazing traits. 20% more speed, more HP, armor, defense, or huge defense and poison attacks. I think the poison attacks is worth grabbing here, right? On the hunter, because... yeah. Because it's really good. And the ambush success chance will be useful as well. Yeah.
All praise mine. The hunt shall be tireless.
I will.
If the... like, if only we had moved in to move them away. Because, like, I guess they're gonna, actually get Karazakarak now. Eventually.
Greetings, honorable ally.
He called me an honorable ally. Let's get a trade agreement. Gorbat already hates us, right? Oh, no, he just dislikes us strongly. Nah, he already hates us.
Welcome, friends of the Dowie.
We
I am Belligar.
Well, we're just gonna pal around with the High King, We're not gonna, like,
Feast in my honor. Master.
worry too much if anything is to happen to him, but we're gonna pal around a bit. Alright, so... if we take Schwarzhafen, can we hold on to it? I mean, yeah, probably. And then just hit Drakenhof next turn. Now, let's move here, scout. Alright, if we hit Drakenhof right now, then...
No, mortal. No.
then whatever they're recruiting won't have time to go. How do we get in, right? Because how did we even have the ability to crack the wall the other time? Like, he doesn't have that, right? Is that something this gives?
Skrag, soldier, servant.
Ogre Hunter.
Who to stop?
Where did it come from?
It helps the hunger.
Anyway, I don't know where it came from. But we can't do it again because, you know...
The more. Hey. We consume them. We win.
He gets the big name unlocked, just as planned.
Make camp.
We'll just wait here a second. Alright, do we try to get stronger here? No, this is really heartbreaking, right? Because we only now are starting to get our skills. Do we not get regen yet? No, we gotta get regen.
Thank you,
We're
Godmouth.
taking blue line first, even if it feels right, is so painful.
The boss. Blaze the fire. My could honor rights. It hungers. I will. Oh, more. It's ours now. I bring meat. Your ravenous children awake. In charge. Scourge of the weak.
Yep.
It calls.
The Grand Cauldron. Yeah. Our movement is excellent. It's allowing us to loop all the way around here. And get this army while it's here, which is very nice. Well, let's get to it. Now we have... you know, technically the tools. That's 4 units of knights, however. They can't get through here. Alright, well, this is a good map for us.
Guess me.
Because we'll just go and murk this dude. Like, I'm not afraid of him at all. I'm afraid of all this over here, but it's going to take them like a while to curve over that way. I hope. Either that or those knights are going to really punish this move. Now that I say it, I think what we're doing is dumb and we need to do this instead. They're gonna go for like a full envelop, right? That's gonna be what they do. Their army's absolutely massive, but if we can get the Vargeists here to oh, glorious. The lead is really belching. And of course the Fellbats aren't, like, gone because they're, you know, undead, but, you know, we'll be able to. See, the problem is, of course, that now the lead belchers are getting absolutely deleted by the Vargeists. I'm so bad at this game. I think we might be losing. But fortunately, all the chaff is really far away, so if we can deal with this, it's all garbage, plus grave guards, which we could shoot. Only one of the lead belchers got deleted. We have to get out of here right now. 'Cause that's like grave guard with great weapons and stuff. Get here on the Morngulls. We want to blast where? Right here. Target-rich environment here. Graveguard, great weapons. There we go, there we go. Gorger summon here. Dismember anywhere, anywhere. Crypt Horrors is fine. Charging into chaff, yep, charging into chaff. Lead Belcher Overwatch is gorgeous. Getting on these Graveguard great weapons. Let's get on the halberds though. Alright, it's going fine. Except I've got lead belchers in melee again, and Skrag is almost breaking. Oh, he's fighting everything. Alright, but now Skrag finally got onto the big guy here, which is very good, because if we can pop the Lord, you know, we might be able to get all of them to break. Lead Belchers are all shooting, and that's what really matters, right? These guys probably had an attack order, which is why they're not shooting. Need to get the wizard out here. Vampire Lord getting trucked on, obviously. Oh, we were supposed to charge up to get Meat Feast. It'll be okay. Now that we cracked the leader, I think they're all crumbling down. Yep, there we go. You know, if we can defend 5 lead belchers, they clearly work. 5 feels like a lot, though. And we're just gonna burn it down? Yeah. And then because, oh right, you know, I should have thought of that. We can't replenish. Anyway, I made a big mistake.
I bring meat.
Ogre Hunter.
Man, so bad.
Bruiser. Slaughter man.
So the camp is, you know, I was used to getting the replenishment of the camp, but we're in, you know, vampire territory, so we lose some more still. We'll probably be fine. Just stinks. And also, I don't know how to make another camp. I took a tech so that I could, and I just don't know how to do it. So, it's pretty annoying. Because I would love to stick a camp down here. You know, like how I think you would play ogres, but I just literally don't know how. And I clicked buttons and, you know... Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't know how to do it. And we hit with the sack occupy, figuring that the meat was more important than anything. And, you know, hey, at level 2 we can get that if we wanted.
Prophet of the great law.
Heals himself whenever he does that. We already have regen, though. We're fine. I mean, we'll get it eventually.
Eating wheat
Anyway, I have to go to bed, unfortunately. I'm having a great time, but I need to go to sleep. Looks like things are going really bad. We're probably gonna lose this camp to Dickie Sawyer here. I guess we can move Bolg over here and then just lose this land instead. And then, yeah, because I can't make any more camps, and I don't know how to move this one. And on just like a macro level, we're failing very badly. Yeah, it's not promising, is it? On turn 10, things were going so well. I haven't made a good choice since then, and it's really all compounding. This is a disaster. Oh well. Nothing more iconic than me totally botching a campaign the first time I do it. What do we do differently next time? I don't know. I'm gonna have to learn how camps work, I guess. I just don't know. Not make peace with the border princes, push through and kill Saltspite. It just seems, I don't know. Learn how to play the game right? I doubt it. I don't know. Anyway, it's not... this campaign's not going well. I don't think it's gonna go on for very much longer. But yeah, you know, I guess we'll, but, like, try to fight that. I mean, we could definitely beat this army. We could probably beat this army. The bats might get on top of the lead belchers and delete them again. I don't know. Yeah, it's not very promising, is it? Because they're just we're gonna lose everything. And we'll have one army that's fine, and then no ability to ever get anything again. Yeah, it's not very promising, is it? Oh well. Can't all be winners. Once again, I reflect that I'm not good enough at this game to play on very hard. Just, very bad. Very bad indeed. Look, there's something I'm not getting, right? There's some button to press somewhere that lets me get another camp, and then I might be able to get something going, right? But I don't know. It didn't look like it was on the Lord screen where I expected to find it. I don't know. Anyway, even if I had one at this point, like, the game's over. Like, we can't beat the coast. I'm too trash to beat those armies with, like, the garrisons, so we'll just you know, lose 30 turns of building up our recruitment and then ultimately the game. Maybe we'll just start over. I don't know. That won't help if I don't learn how to play. Nah. Anyway. Good night. Good night, Luke. Good night, Neil. Good night, Tony. We'll just... we won't even lose the quest battle. We'll just... lose because I don't know how to play Total War. I can do okay in battles. I'm just an idiot. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Good night.